Countdown to Minnesota's primary election is on, and today election officials put their systems to the test, making sure the machines correctly count the votes.
It's one of the many tests ensuring accuracy ahead of next month's primary and the midterm election in November. And the legislative auditor today released its latest report on voter registration in our state. But it comes after continued legal battles over that information with the Trump administration, which is suing Minnesota for access. Our Danny Spiewak leads us off tonight with the more information on this story live from the Capitol. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Rena and Kevin. Yeah, a lot of developments on the election front today with 30 some odd days until the August primary. We know that Minnesota has been locked in that legal battle with the Trump administration that's been seeking the expanded voter data for months now. And this week, the clash between the state and the federal government escalated when the DOJ asked all states, including Minnesota, to give them a plan to prevent non-citizens from voting.
You guys up and running? Yay.
With the August 11th primary fast approaching, Washington County election workers tested their voting machines on Wednesday as part of a campaign to build trust in elections.
The key word here is public and transparent.
Secretary of State Steve Simon, a Democrat, says Minnesota is ready for this year's crucial midterms, despite receiving little support from the Trump administration on election security efforts.
You get to things like intelligence briefings. By now, we would have had at least one or two secret level intelligence briefings from national security sources. Those are gone.
It's just the latest example of the sour relationship between Minnesota and the Trump administration around the issue of election integrity. This week, the Department of Justice sent letters to all states, including Minnesota, threatening to prosecute election officials if non-citizens cast illegal votes. The DOJ says states must present a plan to ensure only citizens vote in federal elections.
I think it's an unfortunate distraction. It didn't really break any new ground. The letter basically said it listed a bunch of federal laws that we're well aware of.
Last year, the Trump administration also sued Minnesota for access to expanded voter data, which the state says it's not authorized to provide. Minnesota's Republican congressional delegation, led by Congressman Pete Stauber, has proposed withholding federal election funding if Minnesota didn't hand over the data.
We don't want dead people voting, and we don't want illegals voting in our elections.
Meanwhile, the nonpartisan legislative auditor published a new report Wednesday showing that counties correctly verified voter identity 99.9% of the time.
We found that the Office of the Secretary of State has established adequate procedures for processing and maintaining voter registration records.
Now, just to clarify for folks at home, the state and the counties have different functions when it comes to elections. The report that came out today from the legislative auditor found that there was some room for improvement at the county level, just with cleaning up some of the registration records and that sort of thing. But again, found that largely things were running pretty smoothly in their opinion. Back to you.
All right, Danny. Thank you.